Hi, yeah, this is a continuation of the other video, because I was mentioning about the Black Death, and then I sidetracked onto another topic. Yeah, I was thinking, when you look at the Black Death, they say it was rats that spread the disease, whatever disease it was. That's kind of like obvious, but I would say, like, for thousands and thousands of years, surely we knew that rats were like disease carriers and spreaders. There's no kind of like mystery. Just through observation of the past, we'd learned that. So, like, from what I've read briefly on the Black Death, it's that people really didn't understand what was happening to them, and they didn't understand that rats were the disease carriers. It could be wrong, but I think they got to a stage where they were deeply illogical and superstitious and caught up in a kind of mass hysteria or mass psychosis that's similar to the one humanity's experiencing now. Like, trauma could do that, where you lose all of your logical faculties. So this is why, like, you know, the culprit back then was right under their noses, these rats, and yet they were praying to the Christian gods. There's probably all sorts of superstition, and my battery's a bit low here, so I've got to make this short. Probably like the priests, you know, gave them false hope with all, a lot of illogical kind of rituals and ceremonies, like, and people were carrying lavender or flowers under their noses maybe to help them, and yet people were still dying. And I think that fear must have took hold of them when they saw the X's or crosses on the doors, and, you know, the people chanting "bring out your dead" and everything like that. That if you told them the truth, in the middle of it, when the death and the hysteria was at its most high, they wouldn't believe you. They would say it's some kind of like evil curse from the devil or something like that. If you tried to tell them that rats had spread it or something, maybe they would dismiss you as being a conspiracy theorist, right? It's just the obvious. I'm just kind of trying to make a little connection with the normies and the needlecraft right now, because if you tell them this, they can't seem to put one and two together. It's like they've buried that. They've never really acknowledged it, and I think now it's even more deeply buried, perhaps. This is why I don't know, and I don't expect there's ever going to be a big acknowledgement when people start falling even more, you know, to this in the winter time, when more death and sickness kind of takes over. I don't expect them to actually acknowledge what's happened. I think they're going to get more hysterical and more illogical, just probably like what happened in the Black Death. It's like a history kind of repeating itself, sadly. You know, the rats were the carriers of disease then, and the needlecraft is the disease now, I think. But yeah, I'll leave it at that anyway. Anyway, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.